Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Chef's Meal, where we talk about whatever and never and everything else in between. No sleep till Brooklyn.
Now, rush hour in the building. Welcome to the Chef's Meal. My name is Casey.
My name is Sean, and we're just two chefs going on about our lives, one finished plate at a time.
Now, we're talking about whatever and everything else in between. Just in case you guys didn't know, yes. I bought the karaoke version of this. Okay, that's the karaoke version that you're hearing. Just in case people want to sue me, I have Biggie, I Love You. I mean, you can't really hear it, but Puff, I bought the karaoke version. Okay? There's a karaoke one. I have maybe 2 seconds of his vocals in the front because just so you didn't know what it. But anyway,
I have a question for you, Sean. I have a question for you because you always ask the question. Okay. We're supposed to rotate.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I have a question for you, so I'm pre-upping you. Okay, simple question.
Okay.
When is then now?
Nani?
What?
Okay, I would ask the question again. When is then now?
Tits? Oh gosh. I've never heard that. What the hell is that, Sean?
It's just a simple
when
question.
Is then now? I don't know. What time is it right now? It is 7:30 in the morning.
When is then now?
Is that what it is?
When is then now?
Okay. Let's see. What is then now? I'm still Asian. Okay. That didn't go anywhere. My complexion is still kind of yellowy brown.
Okay.
Ish.
All right.
Right?
Sure.
I can still speak 3 languages, maybe 4. What is then now? Right? Yeah.
When is then now?
However, the only thing that kind of changed is this. I didn't have this before.
Say it, man. See?
This was
At
like
some point
this
time,
happened at 25. This is 25.
You didn't have that, but then
when I was 16, it was just this, Sean.
So when you looked at when then was, and now now it's now. What is then now?
I don't know. That's all I can answer you. I mean, I had a molest stash back then, or a porn stash. As
See?
They call it.
Okay, cool. So you've established.
What's
back
up?
then, you had a porn stash, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you have the full
beard stash.
But okay, so it once was then, now it's
beard.
now.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Then became now, but when did it happen?
It happened 25.
Perfect. The answer is later. There you go.
The answer is later. Heard. Okay. God, Sean. The fuck?
See, you always get me. And it's early in the morning. I'm like, what? What are you eating? I'm like, no.
What is that? You know what?
You get nothing.
That's all I can say. And you know what? To all the answers.
This is the greatest answer I've ever heard.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you. I appreciate you. Sean, I do have let's just say, so this little cup that you see,
okay, ooh.
That I have the little pork thing, okay, I have a custom one of this coming up for sale soon.
Ooh. Look at the
merch. It has
merch.
different little wordings on the inside there.
What does it say there?
Etc. And different names: mayale, cochon, lechon, cerdo, pig. Just different words for pig, pretty much. I have a version of it myself that I'll be making soon, available to the store. But Sean, let's get into the main brunt of it. This is my favorite time of day, and we're gonna call this the Mon Chou Chou news, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Now let's bring it into the weird things happening in the world of cooking.
Okay.
And there's a lot to cover. Okay, Sean. Now, if you go to Reader's Digest, they give you a whole bunch of stuff. However, I find this really weird and succinct. If you guys haven't already, I was gonna say the TV version. I mean, we're on TV, granted, yes. But the video format. This is where it's going to give you the extra oomph. Now, 10 strange food jobs that actually exist. I looked this up. Okay. You can make money off of this.
All right,
which is insane.
Fire up that LinkedIn.
You can become a professional dog food tester.
Okay.
Yeah. Since dogs will basically eat whatever food you put in front of them, we have to rely on humans to make sure their food tastes good. What if it tastes like crap? You would straight up eat that?
What are them paychecks looking like?
Answer that.
That's what I need to know.
Dog food testers report on the food's texture and consistency. Most dog food is made with veggies, fish, and high quality meat. So it's not as gross as it sounds. If you're not into food, check out their stuff. So I don't know. I don't want to be a dog food tester. However, if it's real tough out there, like I'll do it.
Nani?
You think there's some dude who or some lady who's like testing the dog food and is like out at the dog park and just like, yeah, I did that.
I made that possible for your dog.
You're right.
Yes, absolutely. That's exactly what happened.
Them kibbles and
number
bits,
2,
me.
Chewing gum chewer. What? You can make money by chewing gum, ladies and gentlemen. If you constantly have a stick of gum in your mouth, this is the perfect job for you. Gum manufacturers like Cadbury hire people to chew their gum before they put it on the shelves to make sure it will sell well. Okay, Sean, play with me.
Yes.
Here is a peppermint gum.
Okay.
Go ahead and chew. You're chewing.
That's right.
How does it taste? What? How does it feel?
Very pepperminty.
That's it. You're hired. Here's $10 for your hour.
Right.
That's it.
You know what? They better have like good dental insurance. Just saying.
Yo.
Just saying.
Just saying. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's move on. A professional egg peeler.
That's interesting.
Would you?
Cause
is it for hard boiled eggs, or if it's just like if you're just cracking eggs?
Yeah. Look. Wow. 48 hard boiled eggs in 1 minute.
Yeah, someone has to peel hard-boiled eggs. Some restaurants and companies that package hard-boiled eggs are often hire egg peelers to do the job. Nowadays, there are machines that can help with this tedious task, but some egg peelers still like to do. They're saying this like it's like a thing.
It must be.
You fucking just peel eggs.
Wow. You'd assume that like they would have like come up with like some sort of machine or process to do that. But I guess
they probably have, yeah.
Eggs are relatively uniquely sized, so you still need the dexterity to kind of account for that and not break
to get it all going.
I couldn't do that job. I don't like the smell of boiled eggs. God. Okay. Cupcake creator. This one's pretty cool. New cupcake flavors and new ways to eat cupcakes are always being discovered. Cupcake creators come up with those ideas. Also, they're like developers-ish. So, also known as you make cupcakes. Right. I'm saying they need
this is so silly.
Part-time with the other people and make dog food and gum flavored cupcakes.
Oh my God. Now, during our visits to San Francisco, we actually didn't stop. I meant to stop at the cookie, the fortune cookie, like factory that you can still see like the old folks kind of rolling this shit by hand. So you can actually become a fortune cookie message writer,
right,
Sean, if you want to. Companies pay people to write the words of wisdom that you find in your post-meal fortune cookies. You don't need any training for the job.
That's crazy.
But it helps if you are creative and have good grammar skills.
I feel like this should be like a feeder system for like Hallmark, right? Like, so if you're like an intern or something, they put you on fortune cookies and then they just see how well your stuff is doing out there. But it seems like it would be an interesting job.
Yeah, so that'd be pretty cool, actually.
What fortune would you put inside the cookie?
When in doubt, pull it out.
Okay. All right. Jesus Christ. I think you better put the explicit tag on this episode, man. Sorry, Mom. I know you listen. I think my first fortune would be you will eat another fortune cookie, and the next fortune would be told you so.
Got it. When in doubt.
Yes.
I was going to say pull it again.
Okay.
Moving on. Food
along.
artist. You can become a professional food artist. You only need
to step into a gallery, craft shop, or museum to discover that artists have been working for centuries to turn food into art. Now you can do the same set skills to turn your food into
cute.
literal
That's
works
very
of art.
cute.
So this looks like a Japanese.
Yeah, I was like, what is that? Like a rice? Is that a potato
So this is
cake?
toast. Yeah, this
Oh,
is
it's
toast.
toast.
This is
Okay,
bread
all
toast.
right.
It's like a sandwich.
Gotcha.
That's cheese, right? Those are macaronis that are plain
okay.
with fucking
Carrots. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like carrots. Yeah, it has little circles on it. And this is that little the fucking milk cheese, the one that you peel.
Okay.
I forget what the company was. You peel the cheese and
cabbage.
It's cute as hell.
Yeah, it's very nice.
So you can become that one. A rare book collector.
What?
Another weird job. What does that have to do with cooking? This one's for cookbooks.
Okay.
So if you are a collector of old cookbooks,
it just seems like that job is librarian, right? Like, no need to be cute.
yeah, that's a lot of rare book collector, librarian. That's what that is. Okay, and then finally, you can become a forager. A forager is someone that goes out there and finds food on the ground and eats it.
Okay.
AKA vegans. I couldn't help myself. I wrote that down somewhere.
Okay.
I remembered it. A food forager is someone who goes out exploring for new exotic items like shit to add to a restaurant's menu. They often like to attend farmers markets to find fresh, new, local, etc. Whatever. That's what a forager is. A chocolate explorer.
Wow.
Now, these are what cacao beans look like. This is what chocolate comes from after you've gone ahead and stewed it down, grinded it down, mashed it down. This is what chocolate looks like. You can become a food scholar. And then finally, a fish scaler. Now, these are just weird jobs because if you just go to like the shop or like the butchers, they already scale the fish. Like what? Is there one specific job just to scale fish?
That's what they're saying.
That's what it looks like, right? And for people that do not know what that means, you take a bona fide brush that has like nails sticking out on the other side, and you rack it onto the fish's skin to take the scales off. That's all you're doing to get the scales off. So that's what a fish scaler do. You're an FS. You're a FIS. That's what your job is, day in, day out. But those are the strange jobs that you have at the Mon Chou Chou News. A couple more times. It's just weird, people. I don't know. You can make a buck doing anything, really. Let's move on to a couple more news. Let's bring in the music one more time. There we go. Now, I do wanna bring this in, Sean. If you remember one of the best documentaries I keep on telling people is Hero Dreams of Sushi.
Yes, on Netflix.
You've heard of it?
Yes,
It's amazing.
Yeah, watch it. It's awesome.
Currently, last week, they just announced that they are shutting their doors.
Oh wow.
To normal patrons, so you can no longer. Yeah, so they've been stripped of their 3-star Michelin like mark. So they no longer have stars on a restaurant, because to be eligible for a Michelin star, your restaurant needs to be open to the public. Since this restaurant opted to not be open to the public, they have kind of not really received backlash, but people are like, why? I'm assuming they're just so busy they don't want to intake, and they just want to make sure that whoever is booking the stuff, that's who they're serving into, and that's it. So I get it, but just for comparison, a price of this selection, if you were to eat, is equals to 40,000 yen, which roughly translates to $360. That's what your experience is if you were to dine at that 3-star or former, should I say, 3-star a restaurant. So if you haven't already, Hero Dreams of Sushi, a really badass documentary on Netflix. I highly suggest that you kind of watch it. You just kind of get into this journey with this old dude that thinks his stuff is not even to par, not even close to it, and he's like 90. He's insane. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. And there's only 226 starred restaurants around the world. 226. That's nothing. That's basically everything. Moving on to kind of some more festive news. If you are wanting, or if your people are, what am I trying to say, Sean? If
you're exchanging,
if you like chocolate,
if you like chocolate,
Target is selling a gift box perfect for the Reeses lover in your life. So if you're a fan of Reese's Pieces, I was a fan. I'm still a fan, but I just can't consume it. I'm allergic to chocolate. The Reese's Lovers Collection in Target specifically gives you, what is it? It has like different versions of the Reese's inside it. So he has the chocolate, the double chocolate, the triple chocolate, and the white chocolate version. All inside the one box in Target specifically. I know my wife's gonna go crazy. She doesn't know this yet. She shops at Target quite normally, or quite a lot. Quite a lot. I can't English. She shops there frequently. That's what I was trying to say. She has yet to find this little specific thing. So if you haven't already Reese's Pieces,
punch, man. You gotta buy it.
I know. I already
put it under
it.
her pillow.
Yeah, I know you don't want to do that. She will eat it in her sleep. She will like, I smell chocolate, and she'll murder it. Moving on, a couple other things. 67 people confirmed ill in connection with romaine lettuce recall. I don't wanna trouble you. I don't wanna give you anxiety into the lettuce that you're eating. However, I think we should spread the news. Just in case you haven't already, there's been a national recall on said lettuce.
Right.
This was issued December 3rd. Now we've known this for a few weeks.
Right.
Already.
Yeah.
Our company is pretty good at recalls, and as soon as the purveyors or everybody says, "Hey, stop this," we will know it right there and then in the same minute. The CDC reported an outbreak of E. coli again, linked to romaine lettuce about a week ago, and in the latest investigation revealed 67 people, 39 hospitalizations in 19 states. Now, the number of cases that are high are in Wisconsin and Ohio. The lettuce in question is California romaine lettuce. Or, however, to be safe, what you can do is check the package. If it says Yuma, Arizona, right behind it, you are safe. That's the only place that the lettuce has not been contaminated. So you are okay if it says Yuma, Arizona in the back. If it says otherwise, I wouldn't buy it. Just to be safe there. So that's how that recall works. However, Sean, do you know why it gets contaminated? How the lettuce gets contaminated with E. coli?
Sure. Generally, it's from cross-contamination with human fecal matter.
Yep.
Yeah.
And this one, more specifically, the cows have been a little too close to the farm. So the farms are a little weird. Yes, you want livestock. Yes, you want produce. But there's a certain allotted space within the two, and they can't cross over too much because things like this happen. So E. coli specifically can only be found in cows or bovines. In layman's terms, their crap got mixed into the soil closer to the romaine lettuce. Thus, the romaine lettuce, when they were growing, have consumed some of that crap. Thus, E. coli was born. So that's how cross-contamination works, etc. A couple more things. The viral burrito blankets. If you haven't already, and you want it for Black Friday, Cyber Monday is still happening. The viral burrito blanket is on sale.
I've never seen that before.
Sean,
right now.
How do you feel
that
about
just
it?
looks like a dirty sheet.
Are you serious?
Yeah, no. It looks like the lady's wrapped up in a dirty sheet. That's crazy. That you can sell.
Because that's
anything.
what it is, Sean. That's what it is. It's a burrito wrapper for your
body.
For your body.
For your body.
So you can be wrapped like a burrito. Does it come with a taco?
It better. It'll come with a Mountain Dew burrito blast, or Baja blast too.
Baja Blast.
Yes.
Okay. One and finally, another shout out to Trader Joe's. These guys just, I swear to you, there's like two hippies in the back just constantly stoned coming up with shit like this. I swear to God. It just happens again. Trader Joe's is selling a cocoa cream liqueur that is basically spiked chocolate milk. How do you feel about it, Sean?
I'm with it.
Right?
Yeah.
It looks pretty good.
It's a cool looking bottle. It seems like it would be fun, holiday party. You pop that out there.
This
cream.
just looks like the bathroom to me. That's how I feel about it. If I consume any dairy, it's like within minutes. Like I need to use the restroom. I cannot do it. That's why I kind of I opt a lot of dairy things. I still eat it. I do. If I'm at home, I don't care.
Okay.
But this looks like the bathroom to me. Like just a straight sip. Like I need to use the restroom all together. But Sean,
yes,
that is all I got for Mon Chou Chou news.
Mon Chou Chou news.
Your weekly news of food, coming specially from the ChefSalty Pork Podcast. Hopefully you guys like it. Now, Sean.
Yes.
Are you
yes
ready? It's not Sean's Tech Tuesday.
Right.
It's Sean's Tech Thursday.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
But let's give it a whirl anyway.
Okay.
Are you ready for
Sean's Tech Tuesday.
Thursday? And it's Thursday. Sean's Tech Thursday.
Sean's Tech
Thursday edition.
Thursday. Yeah. So
it doesn't matter. Tuesday. It's the same.
Thursday. I don't know.
Tuesday, Thursday, same thing.
Sure.
Let it go.
It's Thursday somewhere.
Sean,
and Tuesday somewhere.
What do you have for us or for Sean's Tech Tuesday?
All right. So this iteration of Sean's Tech Week Day is about
Tech Week Day.
convection versus conventional ovens.
Ooh.
Yeah. Because I was thinking, most homes have a conventional oven, and you might have a setting that makes it a convection oven. And for the uninitiated, they might not be pressing that button and saving themselves some considerable time by taking advantage of what a convection oven offers over a conventional oven. All right. So I assume that everyone listening to this understands what a conventional oven is, right? It's that big box with a door in your kitchen, and you set it to 350 because every recipe says set to 350, right? Every recipe is like preheat to 350, sometimes preheat to 375, but usually somewhere in between, right? You wait until the buzzer goes off. And then you stick whatever prepared food that you were going to make inside there. You wait an hour or two, and then all of a sudden you have a food thing. But so conventional ovens, generally the way they work is they have like some sort of heating element in the bottom of the oven because the thermodynamics of heat dictate that heat will rise, right? And
right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Sure, right. So you think like a pizza oven works the same way. Old school ovens work the same way. Heat on the bottom, it's enclosed, traps some of the heat and helps cook things quicker. But a convection oven works by adding a fan element to that mix. And what the fan does is it helps circulate the hot air and try to make things work significantly more. I won't say dynamically, but it helps things cook significantly more efficiently. That's the best way to think about it, right? So here's a benefit for using a convection oven over a conventional oven. So let's say you were like baking, pretty much baking anything. So convection ovens, like typically they're like 25 to 30 degrees warmer because they're going to keep the heat consistent. They circulate the heat so that, let's say like you're making like a pie or you're making something that's like baked deep. You can make sure that like the internal, like the bottom of the pie tin is like not soupy and wet and the top of the pie is crusty. You know, by using like the convection, you can guarantee it's gonna like cook consistently. There's two types of convection ovens. More often than not, in like a home oven, they just have like a big fan in the back that circulates the heat that's kind of being radiated from the bottom. And then in professional kitchens, like the ones that like, you know, we happen to work in, not only do they have that heating element, but they actually have a heat element that's behind the fan that can kind of like, you know, definitely guarantee and direct the heat. So it's good for cooking, for baking, because you can have multiple racks of food and they're all going to cook relatively consistently.
Yeah. Look at this beautiful fucking oven, Sean.
Ooh, what do we got there?
I would love to have this oven.
Yeah, see?
It's only $2,000.
See, and that's what I'm talking about. You know, that's very similar to the ones that we use. I don't know if you can, if you're listening to the audio, you can't see what we're looking at, but we can drop a link in the show notes. But yeah, if you look even in that picture there, right, you can see that there is a heating element below. And also one that is behind the fan, right? And when those doors are closed, it's going to make sure that the heat is like circulating efficiently so that like things closer to the fan and further back from where the fan are cooking evenly. Things on the bottom rack and the top rack are going to cook evenly. And, you know, when you're using an oven like that, even like the tips we offered in the last episodes about cooking your turkey, it's going to like cook nice and evenly. And also it's going to make for specifically when you're cooking like poultry, a juicier cook, because it's not going to require as long of a time to cook, and it's going to help retain some of the water and make sure that like your bird is nice and juicy.
Love convection ovens.
Yeah.
Love. I wish I had convection oven, but we have a regular oven. That's what we're just gonna call it. Convectional. Just remember,
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. It's like
circulates air.
Right. And yeah, like I said, the ones with the convection ovens that have the heating element behind the fan, sometimes you might find them. They might be called third element convection or true convection, or even like European convection. So, you know, take a look at your stove. If it has that setting, you know, you should use it. And if you're in the opportunity to buy a new oven or stove, maybe consider one of those. Again, it's going to save you some considerable time and energy, and you'll generally have more flavorful, cooked foods. And again, for baking, like using the convection is going to like make sure that it's going to actually remove some of the water a little bit quicker. So you're going to have nice flaky layers of like your cakes or, your pies or your breads.
Sean, the first oven with a fan to circulate air, the first convection oven was invented in 1914, but never launched commercially. Not until the first actual, I'm assuming company, Maxon whirlwind oven, got the patent for 1945. So it was 100 years ago.
Yeah,
God,
isn't that crazy to think? Like 100 years ago.
That's what convection oven is. I strongly suggest if you have it, cool.
You can get,
they also make
like a little toaster
microwave convection ovens, like the smaller versions. If you have the chance to go ahead and purchase one, I highly suggest it. You can actually cook full things into that little small space, but just don't overload the tray because it can spill over and you might, cause a fire. Just telling you stuff. Okay. But that is what a convection oven is. That's pretty cool, Sean.
Yeah, man.
I dig that. What kind of oven do you have at the house?
We have a conventional oven that does have a convection switch.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
We don't. We just have the piece of crap $200 oven that they have for the apartment. I like it. At least it's not like the ring heater.
Like, you know, instead of like the fire, it has like the little ring.
Yeah, yes. Like the little
I forget what it
heat
is.
lamp, electrical filament
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. You know, again, there's no one true way to cook, obviously, right? It's like we could talk, you know, and what we will do is actually talk about different kitchen equipment over the next couple of episodes. But, you know, there is a reason and a function to the science of cooking. And, you know, you can get, if you have, just like anything, if you have the right tools, you can get significantly better results. So that's a convection oven, and that's why you should consider one if you can.
This is the greatest answer I've ever heard.
If you don't have a convection oven, shame on you.
Oh, man.
Okay, shame on you. If you have a regular oven, that's okay.
Yeah.
But, you know, you often...
You get nothing.
So that's all I got to say to that. It still works the same way. It's just a little inefficient for what it does.
Sure.
The heat circulating is just so much better. If you've never cooked with it, it's just... You're like, wow, what am I missing? Like, what have I been missing? When you finally step into a kitchen that has... I mean, we have 3 of these at my restaurant.
Yeah.
I think you have 4.
We have 3 now.
Right? You have 2 in the prep, 1 in the back. Well, you only have 3 also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When they remodeled, I think they got rid of one of the ones that was in the prep area.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. It is $2,000 though. The professional one, you don't need that one. You can just buy the one that goes on your counter. That's a little cheaper. A couple $100 will do you. I highly suggest it for smaller tasks. Like that way you don't have to turn on your big oven. You can use just a smaller version, but just be mindful that it's susceptible to overspilling. So if don't stuff a fucking turkey in it. You know what I mean? Like that would just overspill and you would have a mess in your hands and maybe your house goes up with it. I don't know. That's not what I was trying to say all together. But Sean, that is all we got.
That's what we got.
For this episode, Nothing Crazy. You can find all the links all to our stuff right there underneath Chef Salty Pork Podcast on YouTube. You can hit up Sean at MetroCardX on Twitter. I'm literally pointing like away from my monitor because now I figure I also have like a little marker where it says point here for Sean's thing on my PC. MetroCardX on Twitter. He will reply back to you. AskChefSalty@gmail.com. We'll find all the good bits on us. Let's blow it up into the main screen. If you haven't already, Chef Salty Pork out everywhere. On Apple, on Spotify, anywhere you can get your media. Also on Launchpad DM, specifically, this episode will be there first. And on Patreon.com, let me pull it up right here. Patreon.com /pork-and-one. We'll give you all the extra tidbits. This is actually my profile, so you can see what's in it. It's not porn. Look, I promise. Okay, it's just our faces blocked out. Okay. Any proceeds that go to this just help Sean and I better produce our show with other events and actually source some of the items that we buy together. But that is it. Nothing Crazy. We'll talk to you guys again soon. Sean.
Yes.
Any final thoughts?
Nah, man, that's it. That's all I got for you today.
All right. Other than that,
Peace out, internet.